just want to thank each and every one of you for coming over here tonight. It really means the world to my family and I that you've been able to take time out of your evenings for this party. And I still don't think I can emphasize that enough. Like, really. So first, I'd like to give my biggest thanks to my loving parents for all the time and resources they put into my success and happiness. And I want to express that in a rather unique way. What I have prepared next for that is a poem in the style of Shake the Dust by Nish Moshkani. The ultimate goal of this poem is to encourage others to embrace the stories within their lives and continue to write those kinds of stories, both the good and the bad. Begins. This is for the high standards. This is for shooting for the stars. This is for the drive to succeed, the passion for going above and beyond, the desire to shatter expectations and define brains, the urge to get out there and do something that will be retold by future generations. Shake the dust. This is for the parents who want to see nothing but the best from their kids. This is for the children pushing onward for their parents to the final breath. Shake the dust. For everyone involved, familiars are always there to help. All you have to do is just ask. Tell them what could have possibly landed you in your current predicament. It's perfectly okay to be mendicant, even with only ill intent. Cosmically, it won't matter whether you have halls of riches or just a flake of pocket money. The ones you care about believe in you, especially on days when you can't. Better yet, working with others can pull you out. Better yet, working with others can pull you out of even the darkest and most upsetting of them. So take my pen, and feel free to call for an assistant. Shake the dust while you're at it. This is for waking up a whole hour before the sun rises. This is for all the time bided so that everything was where it needed to be. This is for adjusting breakfast to be more portable. This is for all the miles driven to get me where I needed to be back. For every minute spent in the process, and for all the frustration caused by mediocre drivers. This is for all the words of advice imposed for a greater good. For 24/7 of surveillance of the letter grades that some would say mean little to nothing in the grand scheme of it all. For all of this and more, I thank you. Even if I don't see it now, everything the two of you have done for me will pay off someday. So, shake the dust. You've earned it more than ever after all these years. Well, there's a lot more to this. So keep holding your breaths, everyone. All right. There's another part of my family I wish to give thanks to tonight. My two older sisters, Ruby Dee and Rosie Dee. I can't imagine what growing up would have been like without either of you, even with all the resulting mishaps. Now that you've metaphorically fledged, I've come to appreciate how much more alive our home was with you two around. And this appreciation of mine is only going to grow now that it's my turn to leave the nest. I'm not going to end up really far from home for the next few years or so, but I still look forward to seeing you time and time again. Because no matter where our lives take us or what we find ourselves interested in, we're all family at the end of the day. I also want to give a shout out to all my grandpas, grandmas, uncles, aunties, and cousins in what we call our Taskuti group. Ever since I was such a small child, I've always looked forward to spending time with all of you. Our get-togethers were such a blast to be at, especially the annual ski trips, Thanksgiving at your uncle's house, and Kushiku at Grangalante's house. I can't find all of the right words to express how glad I am to be part of this very big and very happy family. Even though I'm moving on to the next major chapter of my life, it still feels like to me that everyone's still within an hour's drive. And in my opinion, in my honest opinion, I honestly think that's what it means to be family. And last, but assuredly not least, I would like everyone to give a hand to the students and teachers of James W. Robinson Secondary School. Unfortunately, in this current moment, their representation is quite small, but it's representation no less. All of these ladies and gentlemen are some of the best I've had the honor of knowing and working alongside over the last 5 years and several months. If it wasn't for such a loving school community, I may still feel unwelcome here in Prince William County, or Fairfax County, my mistake. And there are a few names I would really like to highlight. First and foremost are Mrs. Rupert and Mrs. Fitzgerald, my 2 orchestra teachers. And of all the teachers I've met over those last few years, they really cared about me the most. I mean, for all intents and purposes, they're basically my parents away from my actual parents, especially on the few field trips I could go accompany them on. There's also this one fine gentleman in this 12th grade named Owen McDonald. And I'll just say it right now, at school, he was an absolute idol to me. Like, we were interested in pretty much the same things, and I feel like he's really a step above the rest. I also want to give thanks to everyone who's been to a Partners Club meetings, including Ethan Saunders here. They helped show me what being a good person really is. At the very least, they really hit the nail on the head about that. With all the fun activities we did, it's always been a blast spending time with everyone there. On that note, I also want to give kudos to Miss Goto, my personal development teacher and former case manager. If it wasn't for Mrs. Rupert or Mrs. Fitzgerald, she would probably be my favorite teacher of all time, really. Like those two, she's a really nice lady. Once you get to know her, she's the life of the party as much as Rosie Didi is. Speaking of, these two have actually had the honor of meeting her in person on the day of my graduation ceremony. Oh yeah, there's also Mrs. Yatsko, who I best describe as Miss G before I met Miss G. And there are many more names I'd like to list, but I kept you waiting for long enough. They're all great people once you get to meet them. Well, no, especially after you get to meet them. Yeah, I really doubt I can thank these people and all the others enough for everything they've done to help me out in the dark valleys of my life and show me the way to the bright peaks. Every bit of it means more than the world to me, and I'll miss every single one of you whether I'm only 20 minutes away by car or on the other side of the whole dadgum planet. Well, I suppose this is farewell for now, and thank you for all the memories. Once again, thank you everyone for coming here tonight. It means just about everything to me, my